Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to the DTM season 2025. We are here at Oschersleben for the first round, and we have our three quickest driver here from opening race. Lucas Auer won the race for Mercedes-AMG BWT Landgraf, probably. Then second place goes to Jordan Pepper for TGI Grasser Racing, and we have on third place Maro Engel for Mercedes team AMG Winward. So congrats to you, Lucas Auer. 10th win today in DTM. It's been a while. So 2.5 years ago at the season finally in Hockenheim was your last DTM win. So now back on the top step of the podium, and also a second DTM victory for Landgraf. So a really nice comeback for the team. So yeah, you must be really happy today.
Yes, I am. I'm really happy, and I have to say really to Landgraf a big shootout, because after 1 year break, DTM is on such a level now, no matter on car prep, pit stops, etc. And to come back like this, I really I have to take off my hats, and big thanks to the guys. And for me, it was the perfect day with pole position, fastest lap, and race win was just amazing.
Yeah, you had a really good morning already with P2 originally, and then you gained P1 when the Ferrari was disqualified. So was it just going in the car today in the morning, and the car was just perfect, or did you change something, or did you had to work on it?
Yes, actually we changed quite a bit, and we adapted, as Friday was not so easy for us, to be honest. But today we got it right, and was just perfect for qualifying. And in the race, I have to say my first stint was really good, but then with the lap cars, it was really a disaster. I was racing them with Maro the hardest, yeah. And so I lost all my lead for the pit stop, and then it was just amazing that my guys delivered such a pit stop. And after that, I thought the Lambo Jordan was quicker than me, but anyway, here the overtake is so difficult, and so everything turned out good.
Yeah, you really built up a nice gap of almost five seconds, and then it went down to 2 seconds just before you pitted. Was it only because of the lap cars, which did a little bit were on your way?
Yeah, I think everybody ignored blue flags, and so basically there was no more gap. So Jordan was in my gearbox in the pit lane, and Tommy also, so was for nothing. And but anyway, it's good to know that we have to see if this is allowed or not, because it's good to know for the future. And again, my team did amazing, and the perfect start.
And yeah, for the second part of the race, Jordan was close to you, was in your back, but you defended well.
Yeah, no, I mean, this track is so difficult to overtake, but you know, in some places Jordan was quicker, and you know, I just had to watch out to not make any mistakes. And but here the overtake is so difficult. We have to be honest. Qualifying is the most important.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. Jordan, yeah, what a debut for your first full DTM season. So you made a guest appearance last year at Sachsenring, which ended a little bit troublesome on the Sunday. But yeah, a great start of your campaign today. So tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, yeah, good to be in the championship full time finally. Been pushing quite a long time to be here, and obviously this was the first real opportunity that we could make it happen over the winter. And a big thanks to Lamborghini, and then of course to Grasser Racing and TGI for the whole support to get this program together and get us on board. And I mean, yeah, you touched on last year's guest start. It was kind of a good way just to understand the championship, understand where I need to improve and stuff. And we had limited prep, of course, but we did what we could, and I think the experience carried over for years by the team helped a lot to get us up to speed. A lot less test days than before, so no one's really able to gain something, and obviously a new tyre for everyone, so it was maybe the perfect time to jump into the championship. But as the weekend goes, honestly, I had full faith in myself and the team that we will be in the mix. I think not many of you guys did. I seem to fly under the radar a bit, but that's perfect for me. You know, we had to fight up front. We had to fight for the championship. I know it's not going to be easy. You know, the level here is extremely high, and there's a lot of tracks I probably haven't been to, but in a while at least. I haven't done GT Masters, for example, for a long time. But yeah, perfect day, perfect start to the championship, and yeah, one step away from where we obviously all want to be. But today, Lugi was the better guy, and the team did a great job from their side, also in the pit lane, like you said, because our guys did probably the best pit stop they've done in 3 seasons, and yeah, he was able to pull out just in front of me. I mean, without taking more risk, it was not possible to do something more today, and just proud of everyone and proud to be here.
Were you thinking for the pit stop that you can maybe have a go on Lucas because you came so close?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got a big gift, I have to say. I agree with Lugi, the blue flags were just look like wasting the marshal's energies waving it around. It was quite a shame to see how guys are defending you a lap down on a cold tire. Obviously, they're in their own race, and it's a bit tricky, and we have to understand what goes on with this. And it kind of, the gap he obviously had over me was the biggest loss, but also I lost a lot to behind, and it brought us all 3 together, you know. Jules boxed early, which probably got him out the mix, but I was able to box right on the bumper of Lugi and thought, okay, we have an opportunity. Obviously, Manthey was right behind me as well, and we know how strong they are in the pits, but yeah, a big shout out to our guys. They turned the car around incredibly. We had a bit of a tight exit because of the Manthey car. Maybe it could have made the difference today to whether I could have had a go at Lugi in the pit lane or not, but the way I boxed and the way I exited was my bumper glued to his, so there was no time gain, no time loss, and we could fight on. But yeah, he didn't put a foot wrong, honestly. He had to overtake. You need either a huge grip delta or the other guy to make a mistake, and hats off to him. Who didn't make a mistake. And obviously, also tomorrow, he did almost the perfect strategy getting out in front of us. And I think 1 or 2 more corners later, if he stayed in front, it would have been a different story as well. But yeah, small bit of contact between us, but in the end, it was all good, and we move on. And yeah, P2 is pretty good.
Speaking of tires, so after one lap one race completed now, what is your opinion on the new generation of Pirelli tires?
I think there's still a lot of lessons to be learned. I think a lot of driving's been done in cold conditions, and nobody's really experienced what happens in the heat of the season. But yeah, so far, bigger change than expected. I don't think it's only positive. It's a bit tricky, and a lot of us have to manage it quite well. A lot more pickup on track as well, which is making it more difficult, obviously, also to fight in the race, because when there's so much pickup offline, we can't go there. So it's going to make things interesting. Let's see what happens in the summertime. As for pure performance, tire's pretty good. I mean, it gives a good peak in qualifying, which is fun to drive. In the race, it lasts quite long, but yeah, I think a lot of head scratching from people, not us engineers, to find ways to solve this pickup problem that we're figuring out. But yeah, early stages, and I'm sure the paddock we have here with the teams we have, everyone will figure it out sooner or later.
Okay, thank you, Jordan. So Maro, congrats. No DTM podium without Maro. So you continue your nice streak from the past season. Good to see you on the podium. You made a really good move in the pit stop window, and gained yourself a podium today.
Yeah, first of all, if that statement stays true, I'll be very happy. I think strong race from us. Big thanks to the team. Good strategy, good pit stop. Car was handling well. I think the main loss today was qualifying, where we hit traffic just on the peak of our tire. But overall, a good day.
Tell us a little bit about the start of the race. You were really in the mix. There was a nice group of cars with Thomas Preining and with you, and it was really nice racing. So it looked obviously from the outside.
Saturday city traffic. It was good racing. I think Obviously, this championship is extremely high level, as we all know. For sure, the best GT sprint drivers in the world here. So I think, yeah, it's always interesting whether you're involved or whether you're watching a battle ahead of you. There's always good racing.
How did that strategy develop that brought you onto the podium today?
Strategy is always a bit something dynamic. You have to see what happens, how your pace is. I felt like I still had some pace if I could get a bit of clean air. And yeah, then you have to see how the other cars around you react. Obviously, I was a bit surprised to actually be that far in the lead out of turn 2. And I did think for a second, okay, if I can hold it until after turn 7, then you know the game is on. But obviously, Luki came past with a good move in 4, 5, 6, and then Jordan in turn 7.
Okay, thank you, Maro. Then do we have questions here from the floor? Sven, from you?
Yeah, congratulations to you guys. Question for Luki. You, of course, had a couple of difficult seasons now, also with your injury. How good does that victory feel now, also after such a long time that you've been here?
Feels amazing, especially now. I mean, with a new team, Landgraf coming back, you know, is after 1 year break, it's not so easy because this DTM level is so tough. But we really prepared. We really put in a lot of hours, and to start straight away with a win is amazing and feels amazing.
From what I heard during the winter, of course, the pit stops were your ex-team Windward was always very, very good. Were a bit of a tough thing for Landgraf because the crew and everything is new, and now you had a really, really perfect pit stop time. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the hard work and what was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, so not all of the guys are new. So a lot of guys have also pit stop experience, but still, you know, it's about the whole crew and working together. And some of the guys are since 21 until now, same group, same pit stop guys. And this gives consistency and very quick pit stops. But the guys were training so much. I mean, I spent also some time at the workshop, and for me, even I said to them once, please don't overpush, because at one stage a couple of guys will break their hands before the season. But I mean, it shows that it was 100% right, and they deserve it, because the amount of hours they put in was impressive, because I was really concerned that they actually break the fingers and the hands before it starts, yeah.
How confident were you before the pit stop? I mean, Jordan was really on your bumper that you were gonna come out of the pit ahead of him.
I was confident in my guys, but I was angry because I lost all my gap. I pushed so hard, and that's why actually with the blue flags this will be interesting how it's gonna be handled after the race, because for me it was tough in the car, because it was proper fights, was not okay ignoring blue flags, so it was proper fights, yeah? And so it will be interesting how this is gonna be handled, and because then obviously strategy will change at Norrisring and some other places.
Luca Engstler got a fine because he was a bit too quick in the pits. Of course, the pit speed limiter is always a bit of a thing. Did you have the impression that the Grasser team was a bit on the limit, and did Jordan come closer? Did you have that feeling, or was he already there when you?
I had the feeling when we went in the pits, he was already touching my rear bumper, so difficult to go quicker than me. But anyway, everybody tries to go on the limit, and the pit lane is also, you know, something to gain. Just, I mean, you have to stay within the 50 Ks, but you know, you go to the absolute limit, and this is the name of the game.
In the last laps, Jordan was also coming very, very close. Was there a specific reason why he was able to make the race again very exciting?
He was faster, less pickup, and he was just faster. So it was good that we are in Oschersleben for me, because overtaking is difficult, because actually I think he had a pace advantage.
Question for Maro. Yeah, you had a bit of a close situation with Luki. Maybe you can tell it from your view how that happened. It was maybe your only chance to somehow stay ahead of him.
Yeah, I came out of the box with cold tires, as I mentioned before. I'm surprised that we were quite clear going from turn 2 to turn 3, and then tried to get the best exit possible with the cold tires from turn 3. Luki obviously had a better exit and came alongside on the outside and was close going into 6, but obviously I tried to do the maximum I could with my tires, but obviously nothing more that I could have done, and yeah, he did a good job going around the outside, and that's about it.
How important is it to start off with a podium into this season? We know in DTM it's also a mental game. If you are in the mix from the start, it's also very important.
Yeah, for sure, it's great. It's great to start the year with the podium. Again, it's a competitive championship. Whenever you're in this press conference, then I think you've done a good job, and we're happy about that, and looking forward to the future.
Question for Luki and for Maro. What were your experiences with this pickup topic that Jordan just outlined before? Is that also something that you notice difficulties with?
Maro starts.
Yes. Yes, there seems to be more pickup with this generation tire. As we saw this morning, the lap times when there is no pickup, so the key is a lot to have a clean track, which the track was cleaned very well last night, and part of that is why we had these record lap times this morning. So the tire is fast, working well, but as soon as more cars are going around, there's marbles lying around. And this generation of tires seems to pick those marbles up even more, and then it's not fun when you're driving around on the pickup.
Yeah, do you have an explanation why this happens, or why this happens more with this tire?
No.
If we had one, we would solve it.
It's obviously something to do with the compound, the structure, the temperature at which the tire runs. So yeah, for sure, it's a topic which all the teams up and down pit lane are surely discussing. In general, whenever you have pickup, you lose pace. Yeah.
Luki, your experience with the tire and the pickup?
I fully agree, and I think for some cars it's more or less, but I have to say for us pretty bad, and it's a really big topic.
Final one for 3 of you guys. We had a new rookie and pole sitter today with the Ben Green, and he had to start from the last position. Then after this fine, this penalty he got. Maybe you can just talk us a bit through. Do you feel with him, and how tough must it be for a rookie to have this experience? Maybe Luki, you can start.
So I know Ben now for quite some time, and the guy is really talented and fully deserved it. I mean, okay, underweight disqualification, but he is a really good guy, and I really think it won't be his last pole position. I think we will see a lot of him, and yeah, that's it.
Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, nothing to say. You have to look at what he's done and how strong he is. I think same goes for him like me. I guess we haven't been involved yet, so probably a bit of a under the radar guy, but when I saw he was on pole, I wasn't surprised. So he obviously put a good lap together. Whether he was underweight or not, I think he still would have been on pole. Yeah, a shame for him, but I'm sure, like Luki said, it's not the last time you're going to see him up front.
Maro?
Yeah, obviously a real shame for him. Looked like a really strong lap time and performance, and for sure it would have been a very different race if he would have started on pole position. Then he would have been in the prime position to take this win.
Thank you.
Do you have any more questions here from the floor? No, then thank you, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.